What up guys, welcome to another video. Today let's talk about, is one gas station better than the other? Is their gas different? Is it the same? Should you worry about it? Let's just dive right into it. Diving into it, if you have a modified car, take this for what it is. If you don't have a modified car and you don't drive fast all the time, don't stress about where to get gas. It really doesn't make a huge difference. But you know, if you do have a modified car, you can take this into consideration. So when you do run it hard, it runs properly and you don't hurt the engine at all. Really important thing to think about is that the freshest gas is the best gas, because the less time that it's sitting there, the better the octane level is. It remains at 91 or whatever it says it is, because the longer gas sits there, the less, the octane kind of lowers and gas goes bad in about 90 days total. Not saying that gas sits there for that long, but take it for what it is when, it could be a month and a half old, depending if the gas station is like dead where you live by. So, that's something to think about. So, maybe you think that Chevron's the best gas station to go down the street, but actually it might be Costco down the street, because they're way busier and they're pumping out way more gas, so the gas they're getting in daily is fresh rather than the Chevron having the same gas for a month. Next thing to think about is that all the gas usually comes from the same supplier, and once it gets into possession's hands of the gas station brand, whether it's Chevron or Shell or Costco, they can add what they want into it. So Chevron, they advertise that they add Techron, and then Shell, advertises that they have Nitro Plus. So those are different things to protect your engine against wear and grime and sludge and all that stuff that can get on your valves. So Chevron really claims that they, the Techron helps clean your valves and your engine run better. Shell saying that their Nitro is better, is good for the wear of your engine, and it helps also with cleaning, sludge and grime and all that stuff that can get in your valves. So, are they the same thing for the most part? Most people that have modified cars say that Shell is better, and I have noticed on my dam level, the dynamic advanced multiplier it's called, on my access port of my Subaru, which kind of monitors it, it lowers the ignition timing. So when you have bad gas and you have, the motor's igniting, but sometimes when you get like a little bit of bad gas, your engine's gonna knock, and then your motor adjusts with the computer so that doesn't happen again. So when you get a bunch of bad gas, your dynamic advanced multiplier, when it's good gas and everything's running fine and your ignition timing and everything, and there's zero knock in the motor could be running as good as ever is at a 1. And when that number lowers to like a 0.9 or a 0.6 or a 0.3, whatever it may be, below 1 flat, that means you got some sort of knock going on, and the computer's adjusting the timing of the ignition to not let that happen again. So let's say you're driving down the road, I just filled up at Shell, it'll say a 1 flat, and I'll drive around all day and I won't have any knock or anything like that. And I've gone to a Chevron down the street from me that's not as busy, and that gas will like go to a 0.9 or even a 0.6 just driving around town. So something, something with the ignition is not right, and I'm getting a little bit of knock. Now you guys can comment below and clarify on what I'm trying to get across. But when you have bad gas that's not igniting, you have some at the top of your cylinder, and then when the next ignition comes around, you have more fuel in there than it should. You have some knock because the combustion and everything like that, when there's nothing's like right. It's really hard to explain. I feel terrible that I can't explain it perfectly. I want to talk to a tuner and get them on my channel to explain to you guys these different things to pay attention to, but that's kind of what you have to worry about, which is nice about the Subaru. It has that dynamic advanced multiplier to like basically retard that ignition, so it lowers the ignition to protect your engine from knocking and things like that because of bad gas. So I've done a little bit of like trying out different gas stations, and I can say that Shell lately here in Phoenix, Arizona, I've had better luck with my dam level staying at a 1. So take it for what it is. It could just be that one time I went to Chevron down the street, it was bad or whatever, but I'm going to try out the Costco near me and see how that is. But when you're running your car really hard, it shouldn't go below 1, but if it does, maybe something's off. So you need to figure that out, with a tuner, or getting a proper tune, or something could be slightly off. Talk to your tuner about it. Besides all that confusing stuff, I feel like it's just finding the freshest gas near you. Forget the brand, forget the additives, blah blah. Take it for what it is. I just go to Shell because I just like to have peace of mind. You can go to Chevron. I know plenty of guys that drive Subarus, Hondas, Mazdas. They all go to Chevron. I drove my Mazda Speed really hard for 2.5 years. And I went to Chevron always those whole 2.5 years, and I never had a single problem. With Subaru, I feel like it likes the Shell better. It might be better gas. I'm not sure. It could not be making a difference at all. But I'm gonna go to like a Costco and a Sam's Club near me to try that out to see how the dam level changes. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think if you guys want to like mention some things down below, if you have more insight on it. But I think it just comes down to getting gas that's fresh and that's not been sitting there. So I think that's it. It's kind of a confusing topic. It drives me nuts. But I'm trying to get as many answers as I can on it and kind of clarify to you guys and share you my knowledge on what it is, so you can kind of have some confidence with where you want to get gas and things like that. So with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.